Hi, this is going to be a update reading on the energy of young Dolph. I have done multiple readings on this channel following young Dolph and his case and everything. And right now, we just had a trial for Straight Drop, the shooter at the cookie shop, aka Justin Johnson, and he was found guilty and he chose not to testify and he received life in prison. We have Jamarcus Johnson, who is Straight Drop's brother, who was set up and also willingly kind of participated and then testified. He is charged with accessory. He is facing 6 to 12 years and he had no record before. And this is Straight Drop's half brother. And then we have Cornelius Smith, who was the other shooter at the cookie shop, and he is the one who turned state evidence. He testified. He's a junkie, he's a narc, and he took a plea deal. And he, in my opinion, he was the main shooter, and he has yet to be sentenced. Then we have Hernandez Govain. He was the mastermind. He is connected to these shooters and, of course, the murder of young Dolph. And I just think he's a snake. And he's out on bail right now and still alive, which I don't understand, but he's violated parole, the terms of his bail and everything numerous times. And yet he's still out here just doing what he's doing. And since Govain's been out, there's been multiple people coming up missing and murders and all kinds of things, right? But then we go to Big Juke. Yo Gotti's brother apparently ordered the hit. And of course, we know he was shot at a funeral of his uncle's and died January 13th, 2024. Now, of course, this then ties in CMG, and Cornelius Smith did testify that they did pay for his lawyer. So is this going to bring a Rico? That's what everyone wants to know. Rico charges coming up or what? Of course, they're blaming it all on the dead and saying it was all Big Juke who ordered the hit. Now, I did see Big Juke's energy on the other side in past readings when connecting with Dolph, and he's definitely bound. There's some kind of binding, there's some kind of bounding, some kind of binding spell on Juke. Shondell Barnett is the next person that is involved in this, and he was in the car with Straight Drop when he was on the run, and when Straight Drop was on the run, and now Shondell is on the run and has been since 2022, but yet they're looking for him, and one of the charges is first-degree murder. So don't know how he's got a murder charge, but that should come out later. Then we had all these baby mamas and girlfriends and bitches that were involved, and they gave info, and they were in on these deals or something because they had to have testified, given evidence, whatever. They were involved in this trial also. Then we have, of course, Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons. And again, the big question is, are the feds building a Rico case? Is Gotti going to get charged? I will say, like I've said in past readings, nobody wins in this situation. Gotti doesn't win. Dolph's gone, Memphis is still in poverty. So Gotti's no king. I don't see him taking care of his people like he should be, but this is really bigger than him, though. It's bigger than Yo Gotti, in my opinion. And then young Dolph was shot over 20 times, and there was 4 exit wounds there at the cookie shop. We still have no murder weapon, though. No idea where these, guns are, but it was proof that he definitely passed away instantly. Now my predictions, a recap of my predictions. A year ago when I channeled young Dolph, psychically, I never knew anything about Dolph. Nothing about his case, his murder, anything like that. I knew about 2 of his songs. Once I connected with the man and From the very first reading, I was instantly a fan after that reading, after connecting with this amazing energy, this amazing man, father, brother, friend, and husband. Dolph was a Leo sun and a Sagittarius moon. And through these readings, I have called Dolph a Leo or a Sagittarius, depending, but that's just me switching up the energy. It just depends on if it's more emotional or personal, but it's hard to explain. Either way, it doesn't matter. He always comes out a King of Wands, but he is a Leo Sag. So from the very beginning, I was told it was a hired hit, a contracted hit, and at least 10 people would be held accountable, charged, or connected to Dolph's murder. And as of now, we have 6 major players for sure. We just went down the list, and then we have these baby mamas, girlfriends, bitches, whatever they are. And we are definitely on our way to up to 10. So that was correct in the readings from before. And now, you know, I've said over and over in past readings, watch these baby mamas, these IG models, these famous dream girls. Where do these women come from? I said over and over again, they're sent in. It's a honey trap, and these girls are not to be trusted. They're part of it. But I wasn't getting that energy from Mia J, because I will continue to explain that there is a difference between, your wife or the mother of your children and, the father of your children and your baby daddy or your mama, baby mama. There's a difference between the two. So I wasn't getting the energy that it was Mia J, but I was getting the energy of any kind of just side pieces, and I don't know, just girls that were connected, and they're sent in, and it's a honey trap. And then we see that they are sent in to set up these people. And during this straight drop trial, it was revealed that many females played their part in Dolph's murder. And in my reading, I knew past readings that Dolph had been shot multiple times and died instantly, but I believe that he felt no pain, and his angels and guides immediately took him out of his body. There was no more pain, and the medical examiner testified and definitely confirmed that, yeah, he pretty much died instantly. I do feel that Dolph was spiritually protected and gifted. There was knowledge of magic, hoodoo, voodoo, and energy manipulation was strong in Dolph's energy. This comes from his grandmother and just a connection to spirituality, God, light, and goodness. Always really doing what's right, being loyal, having this noble kind of way of being. That was definitely Dolph and his energy and how he ran his business and everything. But it was just a lot of positive energy and just real attributes of a real king. There were a lot of haters, and it was really strange in his energy, even on the other side. And I've said in the past readings how I never felt that heavy hate on a person before. It is crazy. Dolph had real haters and real jealousy. And even on the other side, Big Juke is there now, and he isn't as spiritually gifted and or divine as Dolph's energy, and he is still mad, and he is bound. As I was saying, there's some kind of, energy manipulation on Juke's energy too. But this is the deepest kind of hate I have ever felt. It's crazy. And I believe, allegedly, that Juke knows that Gotti took him out and set him up. And allegedly, again and again, the energy shows that Gotti and all his men come through as knights, not kings. And the only energy I see of a king is Dolph's energy, that King of Wands. Gotti comes in as a Knight of Pentacles, but Dolph comes in as a King of Wands over and over again. And in the energy and in the tarot reads, so even Gotti is still taking orders from someone. If he is a knight, he is taking orders. That's what knights do. So it becomes a question of who is he taking orders from? Dolph, from the beginning, was a businessman, a hustler, and making moves and deals that were fucking up some plans and some agendas. He was staying independent, buying real estate development land, medical marijuana grow houses and businesses, giving out business loans, really helping the community. But again, don't forget about the fact that there is magic and energy manipulation, and Dolph knew of this and how to create his success. Now, if Dolph would have stayed alive and kept doing what he was doing, this man would have been a billionaire, and he would have been in the next 10 years on the billionaire list. I really believe that. Dolph, with his Leo and Sag energy and all the energy throughout his birth chart, and you can see we've went through the birth chart before, it proves it. This energy Dolph had was amazing. The universe just does not make them like Dolph very often, if ever. It is no doubt in my mind he would have been a billionaire had he had another 10 years on this earth. That man would have been in the billions. And the sad thing is, these men took an energy and a light like Dolph out of this world for $800. And I'm really pissed about it because Dolph would have gave these motherfuckers $800, you know? And that's what's crazy about it. But, you know, he was a real king and he was helping himself and he was helping his people. And he wasn't taking orders, and that's why they killed him. But again, who's taking the orders? The knights are taking the orders. And from the first read to the last read, over and over again, you know, these knights keep coming up. And I just read the energy as allegedly Gotti working for somebody. And I believe it's the music companies, the record labels, the real owners to the media in this country. These artists and these soul contracts, they own it all. It's deeper than the street beef over who was the king of Memphis. It's about Universal Music Group. It's about Sony Music. It's about Warner Music. And they are the big three, and all record labels and now all the streaming services are owned and connected by these three companies. So Dolph, with his PRE, independent record label, and you will see throughout history, every time there were independent record labels and there was Black entrepreneur artists who were making these record labels, they got shut down. They got some kind of charges, they got killed, whatever. And you never really go mainstream until you sign with one of them. And Dolph was independent, right? And then he made that with Empire Records. He made a deal, and that's what really made him go national to where everyone knew him, not just in Memphis, right? But it is a problem because he was also becoming competition. He didn't want to give them 50%, and he wasn't going to sell out, and he wasn't going to sign these contracts with these people, and he was able to invest and make his own money, and he was on the path of multi-millions already and soon to be billions, and they knew it, and they took him out because of it. Allegedly, I believe the energy reads that Gotti took orders and made plays, sold out, and got paid. It's actually, in my opinion, chump change, though. It's all an illusion, and they take it back. And you can ask Puff Daddy about that, right? So if Gotti can't get Dolph and Jay-Z can't get Dolph to give up PRE to, you know, combine with them, if he's able to make enough money to stay independent to not need to, you know, that was a problem. And but understand that Jay-Z and Rock Nation is connected to Live Media Corporation, which is connected to Liberty Media Corporation, which is connected to what? Universal Music. Of course, one of the big three, and Universal Music is worth $47 billion. And Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, you know, Ho Gotti, all these people, man, they're just little knights. They're Uncle Toms. They're taking the orders. They're sent in. They take the deals. And they're just out here trying to catch more slaves to get the contracts. But they are taking orders from who? The owners, who are what? The billionaires who own what? These media and record labels. And it all becomes politics. And let's remember that all these artists have life insurance policies through their music labels. So these motherfuckers are putting life insurance policy. I guarantee you, CMG, Yo Gotti had a life insurance policy on Juke. And allegedly, if they're the ones that had him killed, I'm sure they still cashed in on the life insurance policy. Now, we've heard about this with other rappers and other labels, especially recently, right? This is something that they're doing. But this is something that the major music companies have always done. I guarantee you there was a life insurance policy on Elvis too. Somebody cashed in twice on him too. So they keep these life insurance policies and they order the hits and then they get to keep your royalties and your music and everything else, right? It's crazy. It's all connected though, and I understand why Dolph was then making the reference of then the beat goes on because it's what's always been done. It's these three labels and they are always in charge and they are always running the media and the music that we listen to and pushing their agenda. And they will change the laws and they will own any media from whatever it is. It doesn't matter if it was radio stations and records to now streaming services and social media platforms. They own it all and they change the rules and they change the laws to stay in power. And they don't like competition and they get rid of competition. And Dolph was competition. He was definitely going to be a future billionaire coming into their area, right? Without having to make a deal, coming from their empire and the control. So they used Jealous Gotti and his friends to take out Dolph. And Gotti has Jook killed, after he had Dolph killed. And every attempt on Dolph's life continues to come from CMG members, even before with the 100 shots and all these other things, right? And then who does Gotti sign with? Jay-Z? Who's really owned by who? The music companies? And then let's not forget that Gotti had dinner with Biden at the White House. Him and Angela went there for a charity event like a month before Jook was killed in January. But then come February, Gotti's on the cover of Forbes in the 100 Millionaire Club all of a sudden, right? Because of CMG, supposedly his label and all this stuff. And then he has this fat, dream girl, Angela Simmons, that he's so proud of. But what is she also related to? That hip hop family, right? Hip hop royalty family. Who's owned by who? The big three company. Again, it's the same people. Listen, they set Dolph up, of course, but not just, was like Gotti and Jook the only haters on Dolph. Like the biggest haters were actually these billionaires who own the companies who could see Dolph coming. But I understand why in the past readings, Dolph kept referring to his brother Marcus as Iron Man. And it's a thing I've gotten before in other people's readings too. They'll show me superheroes to represent a person being a hero. And to Dolph, his brother was a real life superhero. I mean, he did what he needed to do. Dolph's brother went into the line of fire and he didn't get hit, and that happens sometimes. It's the craziest shit, but I know and seen it happen before. But he ran in the gunfire and he actually shot the shooters. And the survivor's guilt and the judgment on whether or not he did his security right, it really doesn't matter because he did what he was supposed to do. And I really feel that Dolph feels and thinks of his brother as a hero. And, his brother's like Iron Man. He ran out there into it. And honestly, say what you want about yes, Dolph should have had more security and this and that, and just his brother wasn't enough security, but that's the best security I've seen because he got off more shots and actually hit the shooters, and that didn't happen with Tupac's security or Biggie's security or Nipsey's security. So, I also believe that Dolph knew that his death was coming, that he had premonitions of his own death. And he's going to continue to say, and I got to say this again, the Grove Hero, Dolph says, I hear ya, I hear ya. And he still approves your message. Like, there's always significance to give Grove Hero, you know, some recognition here. Dolph, like, totally appreciates your friendship and what you're saying. And he, I think they really did have a good friendship, Dolph and Grove Hero. Mia J and his kids, as always, just like in the past reading, he was saying, happy birthday, Mia J. Make sure you say happy birthday. And I kept getting the feeling like maybe it was his daughter's birthday. I put that in a past reading. And then that weekend, it was his daughter's birthday. And Mia J had actually posted some video of his daughter's birthday. So he was wishing his daughter a happy birthday. And then during the trial, Cornelius reveals that the day that he murdered Dolph was actually his daughter's birthday. And Cornelius, that second shooter. So it was his daughter's birthday the day he went to, go kill Dolph and murder him. So that message was coming in strong over and over. Happy birthday with the daughters and the girls and the birthday, something about the birthday. And it really just made sense in Straight Drop's trial when it came out that it was actually the second shooter's daughter's birthday that day too. But he's still always, Dolph says that he's always still with his family, like every day. He's still with you guys every day. He hears you, Grove Hero, he hears your message, his brother, Marcus, like, he really feels like you were his hero. He is so grateful. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. And that just kept coming up in past readings too. But there's a Cain and Abel energy here too. And I really think, allegedly, it comes from the other side with Gotti and Juke. Am I my brother's keeper over there? No, I murdered my brother straight up. Allegedly, of course, all of this is just messages, okay, that I, as a psychic medium, get from connecting with the energy of young Dolph. But again, his brother is a hero to him, and Grove Hero is a good friend to him, and he still loves his wife, Mia J, and his daughter and his son, and he's with them every day, and he's still there, and more will come out and more will happen. And again, we will say, all these knights are taking orders from someone, and the FBI, the politicians, the Memphis Police Department, the social media, the baby mamas, the IG models, the side bitches, they all played their part, right? And the Bass Pro Shop hat that Straight Drop wore, the mention of the Bass Pro Shop hat over and over throughout this trial, that was not a coincidence. All entertainers owned and controlled by these elite who really run our country and our media, they will all advertise for Bass Pro Shop. You can even see it in the entertainment industry. Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, they all advertise for this Bass Pro Shop. And the founder of Bass Pro Shop is John Morris, and he is worth $9.9 billion, another billionaire in this billionaires club. So yeah, they all know each other, and they all own music and the products and the politicians and the contracts and the people. And the problem is, you can work for them, you can make money for them, but you cannot be competition or in that billionaire club unless you're working for them and they allow it. Now, at the same time, we will see over and over again, these companies, even the company that Diddy was with, Ciroc, they're worth billions, the company that owns Ciroc liquor. And you want to play with these people? They don't care They have so much money. No, no, no. You can make them money. You can work for them, but you cannot. And it's all an illusion. They come and they take it back. You know, Gotti and Jay-Z, they get their little 100 million and they get their little 1 or 2 billion, but that's nothing to these slave owners. They're worth 9 billion, 50 billion, you know, billion. And that's just their company. That's not even their personal assets, their stock options, their portfolios. Like these people have more money. It's no big deal to let you think you're worth 100 million right now. I'll give you the numbers on paper for now. Let you think you're worth 2 billion until now we take it all back. Ask R. Kelly, ask P. Diddy, Jay-Z and Gotti. Is it coming? Probably. You guys have just been used, you know, they throw you some crumbs and they still own it all. And these people, these billionaires, they own everything. They own the media, they own the entertainment. They own it because they always have. But what they also know is energy. And they also know that you don't get to this level without energy manipulation. And they could read Dolph's chart just like I could. And that energy, you know, Dolph couldn't be bought and he couldn't be owned. But he figured it out and he was manipulating the energy for success himself. And in his birth chart, his energy was a threat. This black man from the ghetto was about to be a billionaire on his own, and he got it from the dirt, like he said. And these rich, powerful men, they couldn't and wouldn't let that happen. And as always, they can get, unfortunately, our own people to take out some of our best people. But it's all a setup. Pay attention and stop worshiping these false idols. And may God bless young Dolph. And now what we all really want to know is Rico going to come, right? That's what the real question is now. So we're going to put some cards on that question. We're going to see the energy around the young Dolph case, and we're going to see the energy around the CMG involvement. You know, Cornelius actually saying, yeah, CMG paid for my lawyer. And so what was the payment? Supposedly $800, but no, you got a payment for your lawyer. That was $50,000. Straight Drop got all this Bass Pro Shop clothing, new videos. Supposed to get a contract. He was supposed to become a famous rapper. That is the payment, right? For the murder that they committed. But here's the thing. Why is the other guy, Shondell, being charged with murder? Where does that murder come from? Well, and why is he on the run still? And why is Cobain out? People just dropping like flies while he's out, violating all the terms of his bail. What is going on here? Oh, it's like I said, the gatekeepers, these elites, the people that really run it, they will come back for it. It's not really yours. It's all an illusion, but usually it is. When you make a deal with the devil, it usually is a fucking illusion. And that's what these people are. They're dark energy. They're dark energy, and Dolph was light energy. They're sellouts. They'll sell out their own people. And here in this, you know, age of Aquarius, it is coming out this year, is it not? So let's see. What we want to know is a Rico coming on this young Dolph murder? There's some kind of partnership in the past here. There's work. There's a lot of work being put into it. But they don't want to fight anymore. There's defeat here with the Five of Swords. King of Wands energy. Here comes Dolph's energy all day long. That Leo, Sagittarius energy. That Aries energy coming through. The King of Wands. Dolph's energy. So, the partnership. Well, it took two people to do it, right? And in my opinion, Cornelius was the one who shot off the most, right? What we see in the videotape. So it took two people to do it. Putting in the work right now. Got one life sentence. And that kid should have just took the plea deal, man. Now he's going to do life for sure. And then there's defeat here. Now, I've said in past readings, they get to wrap it all up in a nice little box, right? They put a bow on it. It's all gang violence. They were fighting over who the king of Memphis was. That's not what this is about. People are going to take plea deals. They're going to try to just end it here. Let me verify. In the past, what is Two of Wands, partnership, boredom. The offers are crap. I'm telling you, what did I just say too? That kid should have fucking taken the plea deal. Now you're going to do life. And I don't know what Cornelius is going to get. What's going to happen with Govain? I have no idea. But there were two people. They had some shitty fucking offers. They're bored too. Bored with life, bored with situations, needing better. Well, fuck, dude's just a drug addict junkie. Willing to kill somebody for measly money. Like, oh, jeez. See, because they thought it was going to be a wish fulfillment. Here comes the 9 of Cups. Yep. Yeah. And then what they find out? You were getting $800. You were getting a lawyer. You're getting supposedly the chance to become a rapper. See, they thought it was going to be a wish fulfillment. Could also be drinking, having good times, whatever. I'm sure they were high as fuck because Cornelius almost shot himself with that Draco, right? In the video. Couldn't even control that gun. It was embarrassing. And then what do we have? The 9 of Wands. Well, this is going to be more of that Leo Sagittarius energy coming through with Dolph's energy. 2 9s, contracts. See, people made contracts. They made deals, right? They took plea deals. 2 9s are going to represent that. Now here we are in the present, putting in the work, right? Putting in the work. Well, one of you has got a life sentence, and the rest of you are going to get sentences. But jeez, man, somebody's putting in the work. Putting the work to get rid of your brother, maybe, allegedly. Putting in the work to seem like you're a 100 millionaire. Putting in the work to try to get rid of those tapes. All these people are connected, and we're going to see it. Look, here comes a small offer, too. So somebody's putting in the work, and then here comes a small offer with the Page of Pentacles, and here comes the Wheel of Fortune. So there's some kind of good luck here. That is going to represent Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And what is Gotti? Well, Gotti is an earth sign. As always, he keeps coming through. But again, guess what it's not? It's not a king. Okay, so in my last readings, as I kept saying, Gotti's energy keeps coming through as a knight, as a knight, as a knight, as a knight. Now he made the 100 Millionaires Club. And this could very well be his energy coming through now as a page, because it goes from knight to page, because that's almost like a prince. It's like moving up the ladder. But guess what? He's not. He's still not a fucking king. Putting in the work, and now you've become a prince. Or with this case, they're putting in the work, and then here comes a small offer. Comes some kind of seed that they can plant. Well, we're wondering, though, about the Rico. So it could be that they're putting in the work for the Rico. They might have had a small offer here. Secrets revealed with the High Priestess, Mother energy, Taurus energy. Again, that's going to be more Gotti's energy, that Taurus energy, I believe. Secrets revealed, though, with the High Priestess, Virgin Mary. So it's either that they're putting in the work and they're working on it, and they have some information, so they could be coming with the Rico, but they're only at 8 and they got to get to 10. Or it's Gotti, he put in the work, and now he gets to be a little prince instead of a knight. Still not a king, though. Strength. Leo energy comes through, and that's Dolph's energy now, right? Leo energy. God, it's all over the places. Strength, though. Now, it's also a fight for fair play, you know. I mean, there's a lot of sadness here. Absolutely. People are not happy about this situation. It's not what any of us wanted to hear. You guys took this man out for $800? Like, God, you guys were this sloppy? Like, there's no way. There's no way. So this is a fight for fair play, too. Leo energy coming through. Because there is a lot of sadness here. Oh, more Leo energy with the sun. Yeah, this is Dolph's energy all over it. And then in the future, though, we have that defeat. That 5 of Swords. I'm telling you, they're going to try to wrap it all up. Everyone's going to try to take plea deals. They're going to try to say this or that, blah, blah, blah. Verify this defeat. Oh, it was just gang violence. It was just, here comes somebody with some kind of message. Another knight. Now we got a knight. Knight of Swords. So this is going to be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're going to come in quick. Like, that's it. We wrapped it up. It's going to break people's heart, man. Because it doesn't seem right. Now, Rico. Is there going to be a damn Rico, though? So it's like, we're going to wrap up the Dolph murder and the trial really quick. You're going to come in with news, something like that. But it's just a knight. Again, it's not a king. What happens with the Rico charges? Are they coming in the end? Oof, possibility. And it's faded. Look at that. Here comes that Wheel of Fortune again. More fire energy with the 3 of Wands is, again, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, but we are having progression here. We're going from the 2 to the 3. And this is about opportunity. It's about good luck. This is about, things on the horizon. Could be 3 people involved too. It's faded that way though. And see, again, good luck here and good luck here. There could be some good luck with this case. More of that, resilience energy, more of that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, that wounded warrior energy. Patience, vigilance, everything works out. Rico might be coming. Somebody's lying here. See, there's 3 people involved. There's defeat. There's somebody who's lying. They're coming in quick. This is not a friend. This is not an ally. Someone's going to say something about it. And they're left out in the cold. They're lying. But we knew. I'm telling you, this was a government hit. This was a setup. And these knights and these pages, they're controlled. And somebody's lying here. And somebody's trying to cut and run. There's 3 people involved in this. Oh, wow. Holding on, balancing out, 4 of Pentacles. People aren't going to let this go. King of Cups. It's a water sign energy. Could be a water sign involved that is not going to let this go. 8 of Cups. This is about seeking, trying to find the truth. Emotional. This person can be very emotional and come in seeking the truth. This could be his brother, Dolph's brother. This could be any water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Interesting. But they're coming in seeking the truth. They're coming in seeking something. People are not okay with this. They're still holding on to it. Last one. Rico coming on CMG. Will we get justice for Dolph? No. Five of Pentacles. They're lying and they're leaving too much out. People are holding on to it. They're trying. Best you're going to get is some kind of offer, some kind of deal. There's too much here. Moon energy. Things in the dark will come to light. Ooh, judgment. Judgment is in your favor. If they can wrap this up, this is how I'm going to see it. If they could wrap this up and get it out of the way and just get everyone to plead, take charges, whatever, they're going to just say, okay, whatever, that's it. It's going to be people holding on to it. But I don't think they're going to go for the Rico unless the elites, the people in charge, who, whatever you want to call them, unless they're done and it's just going to freaking connect Rockefeller and everyone. But they'd have to be like really done with all of them. And they might still need them for now. All we can do is pray and hope that we get this judgment and this justice and that we don't let this go. Justice for Dolph. May you rest in peace. God bless the Royal King of Memphis. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.